Hey everyone, welcome back. This time it's the float text editor component. This component is useful for automatically creating a float value from a numeric input from a text field. So text fields in NeosUI usually only allow you to enter text and they come out as a string. This will allow you to automatically convert that string into a float without any additional logics node. There's also some options there to guard against certain boundaries. So if we go to create new on our dev tooltip, object NeosUI text field, you'll see here that I can enter whatever I want. And if I go ahead and inspect this and go to the top of it, you'll see on the text field here that there is a text property, and on that there is the text renderer here, and it says 0. And so if I change that, it will go to whichever value I enter. So usually if I wanted to take that and turn it into a float, I would have to do a bunch of logics to double check that it was a complete float and that there wasn't extra characters in there like I've got here with the U's and the J's. But there's a component that can do that for you. That's the float text editor. And so let's get that set up. On the text part of the text field, not the text field itself, the text part, attach a component, UI, editors, FloatTextEditorParser. That adds the component here. So you'll see FloatEditorTextParser. You can do, there's enabled, most components have enabled this one there. Pass continuously, which will pass the value continuously, straightforward. Here is update string from value and passed value. And passed value is the most useful one here. There's also a minimax, which will alter the minimax value that comes out of the passed value here. There's a decimal places option, which will control how many decimal places are shown or reflected in the passed value, and also a string format, which will control more advancedly how to format that string. We'll go over text formatting and string formats in a separate video for the format logic node. For now, you can get away with ignoring that one at the bottom there and just using the passed value. So where you might use this is in a logic setup where you're trying to get a numeric value here. If you pull out this FloatTextEditorParser component, spawn it in the world as secondary, you then get the float value out here. So this is a string value up here, so I can do 0.1, and it comes out as a float value. Additionally, if I enter some gobbledygook, it'll stay as a 0, because it won't let you enter gobbledygook. You're not able to enter anything other than numbers. Let's go ahead and change that min. So if you change this min to be 0 and the max to be, let's say, 10. Now, if I were to enter, say, 45, it will go back down to 10 for us. Let me clear a gizmo so you can see the text field just a bit better there and move the logics away a bit. There you go. So this is useful if you've got numerics within a text editor, text field that you need to edit and pass out as a float. Saves a couple of logics node, also adds a bit more control and validation to a text field if you want to use it as a float. Now I know this component is here, I'm going to go back through some previous setups and update it to use this. Examples are the gesture wheel and the builder yin and builder nanashi dynamic bone changes. Those all use a slightly older strategy for dealing with these fields. That's it for the float text editor parser. If you'd like to see anything else or have any questions, please drop it in the comments. I will see you next time.